In the better hitters, there seems to be, along with this flattening action of the barrel at the start of the forward swing, there seems to be a tossing action with the body. More of a toss rather than what I see in the conventional swing most often today, which is a hanging back on the back leg and pushing the hands out. A lot of times I see hitters will be flattening their barrel as a change, but then they won't stop doing what they've always been doing in the lower body. For you to feel it, imagine in the first half of your swing, imagine that you're just going to be throwing the bat as far as you can. That would lead to more of the action that I'm talking about. You would shift your weight, and then there would be sort of this gathering of the energy from the ground. It's during this little delay that the barrel will flatten quite a bit. That's what you want to see happen. Following this delay will be what I call the faster portion of the forward swing. During this gathering move, try to feel yourself being able to delay it, being able to hang out in there for a little while, because that's where you're going to be waiting on pitches. From there comes the faster portion of the swing. It's like that slow movement before the fast. That's what you're doing here as you redirect the bat. From there, through contact, I know it goes against conventional instruction to say this, but I think you should be spinning your shoulders out and open to hit the ball. I think in conventional swing instruction, the idea that you should stay inside the ball, go the other way, don't fly that front shoulder open, all these things that basically lead to a swing that is very slappy. It's not as powerful as it can be. So if this flattening action of the barrel is not feeling comfortable to you, if it's continuing to feel like a foreign movement, maybe it's because you're still using your lower body and torso in the same way that you always were. Imagine that you're going to toss the bat as far as you can. If we're going to get as much into that bat and throw it as far as possible, our body intuitively knows we're going to have to get the whole body into it. It's going to have to primarily be one in which the legs and torso are controlling the movement. Put a little bit more of this tossing action into your swing. Allow the barrel to flatten a little bit, and you're going to move yourself drastically in the right direction in very little time. It's actually a pretty simple change, and one that you can typically just take into your next game. It doesn't take hours and hours of practice. It's just a change in feel, and it's something that you can easily do. You just need to change the whole understanding of what you're trying to feel through the swing. You can either flow into this, or you can stay pretty close to what the bat level would be at the time of redirection. I know of one very good pound-for-pound hitter who did it this way, Greg Walker. He had the bat very close to where it would be at the time of redirection. It was very flat, and it didn't move much. Still hit a home run every 25.35 at bats and weighed 205. But as you move up the pound-for-pound list, what you tend to see is you do tend to see some sort of flow into this redirection. It doesn't have to be a big one, and it can look all sorts of different ways. I think really the key is that, one, it's a fluid movement, and the feel you're looking for is a flattening of the barrel and more of a tossing action with the body. Some guys have gotten a lot of lag in the hands. I think of Babe Ruth, Reggie Jackson, Matt Olson, and some guys have casted the bat out more with their hands. Albert Bell, Mel Ott, Stan Musial. Ronald Acuna even cast the bat out a little bit. It's more of a tossing action followed by, or maybe simultaneously with, a spinning. Not a tossing in which your arms are mostly going along for the ride and your body isn't doing that much. It seems to be more of a toss where you get into the tossing action at the start, and then through contact, you're aggressively turning that front shoulder around you. Guys are doing everything possible to not rotate open the shoulders.
Just that motion. And you see how my front shoulder comes over my top shoulder without letting it open.
And yet the problem is, if we look at the top pound-for-pound hitters, what you see is an aggressive rotation of the shoulders open. It seems as if they're using this to sort of sling the barrel into the zone. And by doing it this way, they're able to remain very well connected. They have their entire body rotation behind the whipping of the bat. As you move up the pound for pound list, you see it more often and you see it to a higher degree. Just pretend you're going to be tossing the bat as far as you can in the first part of the forward swing. And from there, just aggressively rotate open, trying to whip the barrel of the bat into the ball, wherever the ball might be. The swing is basically over once you've redirected the bat. Most of the work is over. So you can really sort of set your swing on a certain track at the very start of the swing. It's really the key time of the swing, because everything after that is pretty intuitive, and it's just got to be spontaneous, and you're going to have to be able to adjust to all different types of pitches. People also get hung up on the front arm, how straight it needs to be. You can have the front arm be real straight or not so straight. It doesn't seem to matter. What matters is that you're in this swing structure where you're basically tossing the barrel, spinning through contact. Thank you guys for watching. Check out my website, theswingmechanic.com. My new book, Swing Like Griffey, is out. And for all you golfers out there, I also have a book called Front Arm Progression. So check that out at theswingmechanic.com. I'll see you in the next one.